Good evening. Good evening,
Hello.
one and all. Hi. Hello, hello. It is such a gorgeous night out here in British Columbia, Canada. It's absolutely beautiful tonight. We've got a great bunch of minutes ahead of you for you to spend with us, and we are so happy to have you all here. We're going to take a couple minutes to say hello to everybody, and then we're going to introduce our guest. And then we are going to just on with the show. Nice to see you all in here tonight. Let's quickly say hello to everybody. Okay, starting off real quick. Tracy, she can't watch tonight because she's working, but it's going to be team replay for her. Hello, Rob and Sarah at Curmudgeon, Alaska. Hi, Linda. Nice to see you. The Williams' Wonderful World. Hi, Dodie from South Carolina. Those are new friends of ours. Super nice to have you guys on here tonight. Thank you for coming in. We've got, hello, everybody. We got Jesse and Lisa from Texas, Lazy Days Ahead. Good friends of ours. We love them. Lori Larkin, you're in. It's so nice to see you. Hey, Charla. Waited all week to see you too. Oh, and so you're having dinner right now. Sorry, not a good time for us to go on. Oh, she's trying to get dinner and listen, but she doesn't like fish. You don't like fish? Oh, that's okay. You're going to love Darren. You are going to love our guest tonight. We've got Heather in the house. Hi there. Nice to see you. There's Sammy and Dave from Goat Days. Wow. Honey, you say hi too.
Hi.
Hi to Diana. How are you doing tonight? And Tia, hi. Nice to see you. Or is the camera moving a little bit? I think it might be. Sorry if it is. And there's Jennifer Ocean Homestead. Can we start all over? The ads cut. Ads cut something. What ads? Really? Oh, the audacity. We were so choked about the ads. The ads are on our live too? Oh no. How long is this? How long was the ad on for?
Can we turn that off somehow?
I have no idea. You'll have to check that after. That's not cool. Hey, there's Sean. Hi, and hello everyone. He says from the North Country. Okay, so we're gonna check on those ads because that is not cool. They've invaded our lives now, like our life and our lives. No, I don't there's Lilybird. The ads cut me off also. Okay, and Diana says it began with an ad. I wonder if it, okay, just a minute. Rob just said, you can turn them off completely and then turn it back on for the replays. Okay, we'll definitely do that. That is not cool. Just click it on or off, people. Oh, you can just click it on or off? Oh, okay, we'll look into that. I'm really sorry about that. That's rude, isn't it? That is just not cool. Anyways, we do have a wonderful guest this evening, but before we do that, we got a parcel in the mail and I was so excited to open it up, and I said to Ryan, so we're going to have Darren on at a certain time and then I'm going to open up my parcel. And he said, oh, what happened? I think someone already opened it up. For me, I haven't seen it. He did open it up. I haven't seen it yet. I do know what it is because Mosgay Wood Products on Facebook sent me this amazing, and I'm sure it's amazing. Oh my goodness, look at how beautiful.
Wow, that's nice. It's got a burn-in on it too.
It's a breadboard.
Charcuterie.
Isn't that beautiful? It's an actual breadboard.
Oh, it's a breadboard. Okay.
It's a cutting board.
Yeah, it looked like almost.
It's so beautiful, and it's made in Maine by Steve Mosgay. Thank you so much. We love this so much. I was able to choose it. I won it on their channel, on their page.
Good.
We call it something different. It's absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much.
Is he on tonight?
I'm not sure
If
where.
he is, I want to ask him what that wood in the middle is.
I know, it's like a cherry colored, really, really beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful color. So let's just see. We want to just make sure that fellow Chateau watcher and now host. Oh, cool. That's fabulous, you guys. You're all making pals. You're all becoming friends with each other. And there's Mighty Mouth. Thank you for coming in. There's Tiffany from Canadian Family Life. Did you get your hoodie yet? Thunder Ridge Homestead, who won one of our brand new hoodies, actually got it today and sent us a picture. And I have to say, I love it. It really is nice. So sweet. They got the Blue Mist Till the Cows Come Home, HOLM, and he got it for his wife. And so he chose to give his wife that lovely.
He loves his wife.
Yeah, he loves his wife.
I know what that's like.
So do I. We're very fortunate. Hello, Anne. Thank you for coming in tonight. So nice to see you. So we're quite thrilled with that breadboard, and we're also very excited. Okay, so Tiffany also won a hoodie, and hers hasn't gotten there yet. Rob from Curmudgeon, his has been shipped apparently and should be there very soon. So I'm kind of excited to see yours too. And yes, honey, you're just going to say something. What?
I thought that was Rob's comment, not Lori's, so it doesn't apply.
Oh.
Because she said spring is in the air, but his shirt from Teespring is being airmailed to him, so the Teespring is in the air.
Oh, just completely. Oh.
Yeah. That's how my mind works.
Oh, dear. Okay. Oh, hold it. Diana, you did? You got your shirt yesterday. Wow. Okay. I cannot wait to see it. That's fabulous. So Diana bought a shirt from our store too. I'm very excited to see how that turned out because, you know, this is all brand new. It's the first time we've ever had like any kind of store. And we're just waiting for ours to come. We haven't even seen it.
Did you like the quality, Diana?
Yeah. Tell us if it was a good quality or not. Seedlings have sprouted in the greenhouse. Start planting the garden soon. Oh, how exciting. How exciting. There's nothing like planting a garden. Nothing like it. Eating garden fresh food, not store-bought, which is all we do right now. Maybe it's on. Maybe it's on. That's fine.
I can add those keys to it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, while we're doing that.
You go ahead.
Okay, so we have 1 minute because we won't do this now because,
okay.
Well, yeah, I think we'll do that another time. All right, so on with our program. I just want to tell you a little bit about my friend. Oh, not quite yet.
Okay.
Yeah, so no opal. Oh, my. Okay, so our guest tonight is Darren from Canadian Hunt and Fish. I have personally known Darren. He is a very close family friend of ours for 20 years. I just asked him, how long have we been friends for? And it's like 20 years. And we were both like, whoa, whoa.
Really?
20 years. He's born and bred on Vancouver Island, which is where we're from. His passion for fishing began at the age of 4. And he was out in a small rowboat with his dad fishing. And that passion has grown and into what is almost like 40 years later. And guess what he's doing now? You will see in a few minutes what this guy's doing. And the fish that he's pulling in, I don't think a little tiny rowboat would hold them.
No.
I don't think that our little boat, which someone made a comment about this week, not being all that great. Yeah. And it's not. We're going to get a better one. Darren has fished up and down the east and west coast of Vancouver Island and gone to remote places like Prince Rupert and the Haida Gwaii. He'll explain that to you. He actually has a 420 Striker HD inflatable boat that he takes out with him and has taken him on some epic adventures. And he also fly fishes, and the peace, tranquility, and simplicity of the sport has him hooked. Totally hooked. Pardon the pun, you know.
Good
and one. He also enjoys hunting, hiking, van life, photography. He's a full-time contractor and a part-time outdoor enthusiast. I would beg to differ. I think he's a major major outdoor enthusiast. And we would love it if you would follow him on his hunting and fishing adventures. He's on Instagram at Canadian Hunt and Fish. And he's just started on YouTube too. So we'll show you his YouTube channel. I think it's Canadian Hunt and Fish. And you guys can go over there and subscribe if you'd like, or friend him on Instagram. And I'm going to do something right now and put this guy up on the stage.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Hi, Darren.
Hello.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm good, thanks.
Good.
Every time I look at you, I feel so marginally less manly. Because you look like the epitome of a man's man.
Yeah, he's got a really good beard happening there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Really good one. So we just wanted to bring you on and meet lots of our friends tonight who are also on here. I'm going to put some quotes up every once in a while.
Yeah.
So there's Freedom Earners TV. We've never seen that group before. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello, hello. So Darren, tell us a little bit about yourself, won't you? And I'm going to actually show, you know what, before we do anything, I'm going to show you what Darren was up to. When was this, Darren? When did you get that Chinook?
This was last summer.
This was last summer? Okay. So we're going to do this right now. We're going to share it right there.
No, I'll show you.
It's right there. But I just don't know if we can share. So we're going to, do you know how to share it?
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay.
You just go down in here.
Okay.
And they're already.
Right there.
Yeah, they're already loaded.
Oh, no.
Which one do you want?
No, that's not it. That's not it.
Which one?
It's the video. So it's that one at the very top, I think. But I actually was just going to do the screen.
Oh, okay.
Which is why I had it all organized. And it's right there. It's already being shared. So I just wanted to pull it up. So tell me, everybody, can you guys see this? Darren, can you see it?
I'm not seeing anything right now.
Okay. No worries. This was the screen that we were going to share.
The video file is what you want, right?
Well, we were just going to share the screen.
Okay, here.
Right.
Let me do that.
So
You keep talking.
yeah. So Darren is a contractor, so he builds houses. How long have you been doing that for too?
Almost 18 years, I think. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Renovation is primarily what I do, but I do a little bit of new construction.
Yeah.
From foundation to finish.
Okay. And so the hunting and fishing, because I knew that you were an avid outdoor sports guy,
yep.
But I don't think that I ever realized that you hunted. Where do you go hunting?
I got into hunting about, I want to say like 5, 6 years ago. And yeah, for me, it was just getting a little bit higher quality protein, nutritional content. You know, I'd eaten fish, you know, most of my life. But I found like with my personal like health challenges and, you know, finding a good balance, I found that if you can source your own protein,
yeah,
and you know how it's lived and through the process of
catching
processing the meat down, you kind of get a higher appreciation for that.
Yeah.
And then you can actually see it firsthand. So it's a much higher quality and, you know, doesn't get any more organic and free range than an animal. So
yeah, no kidding.
That's what we found when we get our tiny little trouts out of the lake. 30 minutes ago, they're having the time of their life, and then all of a sudden they have a real bad day.
So we're just going to play. So, okay, here we go. This is just a little brief glimpse into what Darren does out here in the waters on Vancouver Island.
How do we get rid of this thing here?
I'm not sure. How do we?
Okay, hang on.
Sorry, everyone. Sorry. Do you see this, Darren?
I can see it. Yeah, it's a great still.
It's a great still. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, we're just trying to get rid of. Oh, there we go. Hide the comment.
There you are.
Well, it's happened again. out here solo today. And yeah, I've been jigging for probably, I don't know, half an hour. No, maybe an hour, hour and a half.
Tired.
Sorry, I'm just out of breath. Just caught a monster Chinook, just under 80 centimeters. So it's right in the slot. Let me show you this fish. This thing's a tank. Oh,
wow.
look at that. Oh, man. Freaking beast of a fish.
That's huge.
That's awesome. Are you at 5 fingers there?
Not exactly.
Oh,
in the striker boat. Secret place.
Secret place.
Yeah, he's not going to tell anybody where he's at.
Awesome to fish out of.
It's fairly well known local area.
That's my 10th Chinook this season. Bittersweet, but I'm tagged out for Chinook now. Let me just show you this thing again.
Let's take one more look at it. That's huge.
Super wide. Probably 20 pounds.
This last summer was
maybe a bit more. I don't know. It's pretty big.
The amount of bait fish that were in our waters. So, like the fish became very plump quickly. So it was good.
Wow. And so, like, how long did you eat that fish for?
Oh, not long. A lot of the fish, and that's kind of part.
You give a lot away
with hunting as well. Is I like to share my fish and deer that I harvest. It's kind of nice to have people around the dinner table and be able to provide them a good, clean, healthy protein source.
No kidding. Now, the funny thing is that now that I think about it, you must have lost the invite to go and eat that fish.
Yeah.
I don't remember getting one.
I was going to say something, but I thought I would just sit on that. Yeah.
I don't remember getting an invite, Darren.
We'll have to have you over soon.
So for anybody that doesn't know, so Darren and I have been friends for many, many years, his wife, the family. And the other day when I put on a little clue on our Facebook as to a new thing that we'd gotten for the island, he is the only one that actually guessed it right, what it was, and it turned out to be the sawmill. So he figured that out. But Darren, I don't think you know this about him, is also an amazing cook. And he makes sourdough. Here, I want to just show you a little loaf of his sourdough here. So he makes sourdough. Like, you make tons of stuff, don't you, Darren?
Yeah, I've got a background in food and beverage, like in the restaurant industry.
Yeah.
I've always had a passion for cooking and experimenting with different meals. And then during COVID, everyone was getting on the sourdough train, so I decided to hop on and started doing sourdough. And yeah, it was super fun and enjoy baking.
Oh, and Dale just found you, Darren. So that's
wonderful.
So that picture that's up right now, is that when we had our really bad fires in BC last summer?
Yeah, you can tell in the background it's pretty smoky.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, wow. And you were out there without any gear on.
Well, that's the beauty of having a beard. It doubles as a face mask, that sort of thing. Just filters everything.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. That's really good. And so that is a Chinook salmon, and those are the most amazing eating fish, aren't they?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Wow.
They're good fighters.
They are indeed. Yeah. Yeah, they get upwards of like in our waters, 50 pounds. Like on average, these ones are probably between like 17 and 22 pounds, which is, a good, like, healthy size fish to eat. Like, typically anything over, a certain size, it's best to release those back into the wild because they're usually the breeding stock
and big fish will breed and lead to, more big fish. So it's best practice to release those larger fish.
Okay, I did not know that. So the Williamses are asking, does it taste like salmon?
Yeah, it is a salmon species. So we have a number of salmon species in our waters. We have pink, chum, coho, Chinook, and sockeye. So we have 5.
Sockeye is my favorite.
Pardon me?
Sockeye is my favorite for eating.
Yeah, sockeye is a nice flavored fish for sure.
Yeah. And so what is that like? Because I don't know these. I always just thought there was only like one kind of salmon, I think, just like a pink salmon.
Yeah, so they have different identifying characteristics. And just, after you've been fishing for as long as I have, it's pretty easy to identify, but it's definitely something that you need to know. You need to know your regulations when you're fishing, because there's some pretty steep penalties that you can get if Department of Fisheries and Oceans either learn of or catch you in the act of targeting a fish species that you're not able to fish.
Yeah.
They can take your boat away. They can take your truck, your trailer, your fishing gear, and pretty hefty fines. So you really have to know
what your limit is
and the type of fish that are in season, and that they're not being overfished, because that's
So if you accidentally hook one, as long as you throw it back, you're okay.
You just release it. It's okay. Yeah, and it's again, it's best to handle the fish as least as possible to give it the highest percentage in survival when releasing them.
Really interesting. So what is the limit like in British Columbia right now?
Okay, so yeah, for Chinook salmon, you're allowed a possession limit of 10 per year, a daily limit of 1 in certain regions, but in other regions that daily limit can be 2. And then you record that on your license. So you'd get like a tidal angling license for our region, and then you also pay a small surf charge for a salmon stamp, and then that gives you the ability to fish salmon, and then that money goes towards conservation. So a lot of the like licensing in British Columbia, that just goes right back into fisheries, like for habitat and preservation.
Wow.
So what kind of a rig are you using to catch?
Yeah, tell us about your boat.
So it's a local company out of Vancouver. They're called Striker boats, and it's an inflatable, super heavy duty, German designed PVC. So it's more durable than your typical inflatable boat.
Is it a rigid hull?
Really, really high quality. It doesn't have a rigid hull, but it has a rigid, like, aluminum floor in it.
Oh, okay.
So it's super comfortable, really stable. The tubes are they're 20-inch tubes, and it has I think it's got 6 different chambers in it. So like in the rare occasion you were to like hit something sharp or whatever, and you punctured one of your tubes, it's got multiple chambers, so you wouldn't be like sinking to the bottom of the ocean or anything. So that's a huge plus. And then they also have like an aluminum transom, which most boats are made with like a wood and then like a plastic over top of that. So like being that it's aluminum, it's a lot sturdier. You don't have something that's going to rot out on you. So that's really good. And it's about from about astern, it's about 14 feet. So it's a pretty decent size. Really seaworthy. Like you can literally stand on the side of it and it won't tip over. So it's really nice in that regards. Yeah.
That's not like our boat.
Well, like I was telling you, Darren, today, somebody was kind of making, giving us advice about the fact that our boat probably wasn't going to hold up for too long if there was like a big storm on that lake, which there are wild storms. So if you were in a wild storm, you'd be perfectly fine.
Yep. Yeah, maybe you should look into getting an inflatable, because they pack down too really good. So you can transport it like literally in a large duffel bag.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea, because guess what happened? On our way back from the island this year, our motor fell off our boat and skidded down the road. Our brand new motor.
Yeah, it's got this horrific road rash on it now.
Ouch.
I know.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
Yeah, but if we just folded our boat up and put it away in a duffel bag, we'd be fine now.
Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me more about that. But the owner I'm friends with on Facebook as well, his name's Jared. And yeah, he's an awesome guy to chat with. Like, he's answered pretty much any question that I've had. He's pretty active.
What's the horsepower limit for that boat?
Pardon me?
Will it handle a 20 horse, 25 horse?
Yeah, my boat will actually handle up to a 40 horsepower engine.
You're kidding.
No. So you could put a 40 on there if you wanted. It would be it'd be a little bit insane, I'm sure. Like, for you're
going like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, they come in all different shapes and sizes, and different hull configurations, and yeah. But 20 horsepower would be just fine for
We have a little 15 horse on ours, and I'm not sure if it's still 15 horse. It's
7.5.
Yeah. Now that some of it's shaved off the top.
Yeah.
We were driving I was pulling it down the highway, and the transom lugs worked themselves loose, and off she went over the back. But I had it tied on as well, so it was kind of hung on by the leg, and the cowling went straight down onto the road, and it just shaved it down like a crayon. It was just nasty.
No.
So there's like this big, huge, long boat motor, road crayon.
Yeah.
Yeah, up in northern BC somewhere. Yeah. Oh.
That's too bad. That's really too bad.
Yeah.
So also you do some hunting, and I see that you have a little hunting dog.
Yeah, that's Miley. She's a 3-year-old German short-haired pointer.
What a cutie.
Yeah, she's a lot of energy. But yeah, she's a big lovey. Like, she's just the biggest love dog. Oh my goodness.
I wonder if she'd like Opal. I wonder if they could be friends.
I know. Opal is rude to everybody. She just doesn't seem to want to be friends with anybody. So does she actually help you hunt?
Yeah, I've used her in tracking of a recovering game. So I guess it was a year, not this last season, but the season before. I had shot a deer, and it was, typical Vancouver Island. It's pouring rain, and super high, deep Solel, trying to find it. And I'm just like, oh, you know what I'll do? I'll go get Miley, and this would be a great learning opportunity for her. And I had got her used to, kind of smelling and tracking game at an early age. And so super intelligent dog, and it's in their genetics. So anyways, I grabbed her, and I was basically saying, well, this is the direction of travel that the deer, after I'd shot it, it ran, because adrenaline with an animal, usually they drop dead in 30 yards or less. But being that the terrain was so thickly covered with Solel, it was difficult for me to, find any kind of blood trail or anything. So got Miley, and I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sure it went this way. And anyway, we spent probably 15 or 20 minutes, and I'm just like, okay, this isn't working. So we went right back to the spot where I had shot this deer and just let her do her thing. And she literally like went straight to it, laying in this big pile of Salal. And I was just like flabbergasted, because I was just like, that is so incredible.
Yeah.
It was just the neatest thing ever. And she was just like so happy, and, you know, did I do good, Dad? Did I do good? I'm like,
so for those of you, is Salal a usual thing, or is that kind of like a Vancouver Island thing?
Yeah, I think it's like a Pacific Northwest thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of Salal on Vancouver Island, that's for sure.
So Salal, a lot of people will go in and gather Salal and actually sell them to the florists, right?
That's right. Yeah, it's like a kind of a greenery,
a big leaf,
kind of to kind of thicken up like a bouquet, or
yeah, exactly. So a lot of people just go around picking it, and I guess the leaves are big and kind of up from the ground a little, so I could see how a deer would fall and then get just covered, and you wouldn't be able to find them again. Yeah,
totally. Yeah, it'd be easy to like lose it, and you know, probably I would have like had a really difficult time. Like eventually I probably would have found it, but you know, obviously you want to find something as quick as possible, just so you don't have like spoilage.
Yeah. So have you ever caught a bear?
I've been bear hunting before. Been in a few situations where it was a little bit dicey. And we'll likely go out bear hunting again this season. Probably something that maybe some of the viewers don't know, or maybe they did know, but Vancouver Island holds the largest bear population per capita in anywhere on the world.
Really?
For black bears and cougars actually as well.
Yeah.
And so a part of hunting bears is really, for me, is predator control, because we have so many of them. If you don't hunt predators, what'll end up happening is they'll just end up eating all the food source. They'll also eat other bears, and then they could start, you know, becoming aggressive towards livestock, other people. So it's always good to kind of keep things in balance that way. So I'm a strong advocate for
thinning out the herd.
Yeah, not so much thinning out the herd, but just, you know, being a good conservationist and supporting, you know, a good balance in hunting. And, you know, sometimes people get a kind of a sour taste in their mouth for people that, you know, hunt bears or cougars or wolves or whatever. But you have to understand there's I guess there's a lot of politics involved in that as well. But we won't get into that too much.
Well, Rob says that Rob is from Kermudge Inn in Alaska. He says the bears will be waking up soon, and he's ready for them.
Nice.
I can see him locked, ready to go.
I have an uncle that lives in Alaska, and he used to live on Kodiak and Kenai, and they have obviously some of the largest like brown bears in the world. And
Kodiak grizzlies.
Yeah, so they're abnormally large, but the bears on Vancouver Island, again, they're probably the larger kind of bears that we have too, because there isn't much of a hibernating season for them. They don't really go into hibernation as long here because our climate's so mild, being that it's like a rainforest where we live. So, you know, bears are able to, you know, eat berries and grasses in the spring, and then, you know, they're hunting, you know, baby deers in the spring and then right through the fall. And then our salmon runs are like incredible here. So all our local rivers and estuaries are just like loaded with salmon. So they get,
that's why,
you know, pretty fattened up on that.
Yeah. And Rob says between the brown and black bears, the wolves over the past 2 winters, the moose population is down. He says he'll take his London bears this year. Do you go moose hunting at all?
I have moose hunted. Yeah, I've got a few moose tags in the past. Haven't been successful, but I've been on, where I've held a tag and been, actively pursuing a bull moose. And yeah, they're pretty remarkable animals. I've seen cow moose and calves in the wild, and I think that's the other thing I really love about hunting is getting into some of these areas that I've never been before, and just seeing just the creative beauty that is out there. It's just remarkable. And like some of the experiences that I've had were just like, just incredible. Like things that you'd see on like a National Geographic video. I remember this one particular time, my friend and I, we were sitting up on a high bluff, and we're looking over this area that, there was fresh snow that had fallen. It was just like beautiful. There's like a lake in the background, and, mountains, and just like picturesque. And then, off in the distance, we see this doe, a deer just, frolicking along, and we're like, oh, wow, isn't that cool? And then literally 30 seconds later, we saw this massive grizzly bear in pursuit of this deer. No. And it's just trudging along, like completely oblivious to like where we were sitting. And, there's like this big, like, turbulence of snow coming off the back of him. And it was just super, super neat to watch. And then, it's all of a sudden he like just stopped dead. And cause he could pick up our smell, cause our wind had switched directions, and it like kind of hit the back of our neck, and it was blowing towards him. And they have like incredible sense of smell. And he just stopped dead in his tracks, and then looked right up at us. And we're just like, oh my goodness, that is a huge animal. Like I would not want to be like within 50 yards of that thing.
Yeah.
It was.
Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen the video of those guys on the beach with that grizzly bear?
Oh yeah.
Charging towards them at full speed, and then he veered off because they
I think I have seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that unreal? That would be terrifying to have a grizzly go after.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unreal.
The guy stood his ground.
He did. Yeah.
Otherwise he would have been bear food probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, man. So beautiful. I mean, we're so fortunate out here, but we do have cougar. On our island, we don't. So on Vancouver Island, yes, definitely. On our little island, there are no cougars up in the north, maybe because it's too cold. I don't know. But here, have you ever seen one when you've been out in the woods?
Yeah, I've seen a few like on Vancouver Island, but just like I've got them on like a trail cam. Yeah. And then we had one run through our yard once, but of course I was like inside the house and didn't get to see it. But my wife did. Wow. And some friends of ours were over at our place a couple of weeks back, and they were driving home from our home, and like a massive cougar just like ran right across the road. Like its tail was probably like this big around.
Really?
Just a huge, huge tomcat. So yeah, we have lots of them around. It's and typical, like there's like loggers and hunters that have been in the bush like 30 years, and they've never seen a cougar. But chances are the cougar has seen you.
Yeah.
And, like it's just you just don't know that they're there. Even stories like another friend of mine was out walking his dog, and just walking along a trail, not close, like too far from my house. And his dog just kind of goes down into a slash pile off to the side of the road. And all of a sudden he hears like the dog's like growling, and then he hears this noise, and out comes this cougar and, runs along and then up a tree. But like, if he didn't have his dog with him, like he could have been cougar food. I don't know. Like,
yeah. Well, that's the thing that I don't trust about them, is that they could be just sitting above you looking. He just saw a cougar.
Yeah, there's a cougar in the backyard.
But they could just pounce down on you, like so fast. I don't know what's happened to her. But it's cougars are scary.
Yeah.
So, and Rob just says the Browns stay clear off the property, and the Browns are the Grizzlies, right?
Yeah.
We have one that passes that has a paw print of 13 inches across.
Oh my goodness, that's huge.
Wow. Isn't that unreal? And then here's Jesse. There's at least one cougar on Bird Island.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, he's funny. That guy's funny, that one. Jesse. Jesse's never wrong. So then we've got Mickey from Critter Creek. He's helped raise and rehab 2 black bears. Oh, you're kidding. And a few cougars. That's cool, Mickey. Wow. Oh, now that Mickey's just reminded me, our flag design contest for 2024 for our island is going to be finished next Thursday, April 25th. We are going to be showing the entries, and you will get to vote. You get to have a week of voting, and you can email us and we'll give you more information about that. But we've gotten some really great entries and we're really excited. Yeah, really good ones. Super happy. Hey, Charla, thank you. She's reminding people to smash the like button. Everybody in the house, eh, Darren? Everybody in the house?
You betcha.
So anyways, yeah, so that's a fun life that you live. People don't know this little tidbit about Darren. Darren is a master golfer. Aren't you, Darren?
I'm okay.
He's way better than okay. This kid went on a golf scholarship to Oklahoma, to a college there. And literally, I think he has all the records in our golf club here. Like, he could have been pro. Couldn't you have, Darren?
Yeah, I had the desire to turn pro, and then there's different path, and got into contracting, and
contracting, hunting, fishing.
I wouldn't have changed anything.
Yeah. That's good. Do you golf still though at all, or just for fun?
Once in a while I'll play like a charity event or something like that, but I don't play that often.
We've got like a hometown golf hero sitting right here now. He, hey, we're so proud of him. This guy does everything. He's like multifaceted, multi-talented, and you've just gotten a sponsor too.
Yeah. So last fall I had the opportunity to apply to become a brand ambassador, pro staff team member with West Coast Fishing and Tackle. They're a local company out of Vancouver. I was chatting with the owner, Jeff, and we got kind of chatting back and forth. And he's like, yeah, you should submit a video application. So I did that. They liked the video. And I ended up having an interview with himself and the marketing director, which I found was a little bit intimidating, because being that I'm self-employed, own my own business, I hadn't been to a job interview and remember when. And so it was like kind of like a paneled interview, like asking me questions, and
nervous.
It was pretty intense, but they liked me, and they, a few weeks later they sent an email just congratulating me that they were gonna have me aboard for the 2024 season. So that's the hat I'm sporting as a brand ambassador. And they offer a really high quality fishing tackle, primarily targeting like West Coast fishing. And this year, new to the lineup, they came out with some new flashers, which are used for trolling. So people maybe aren't familiar with the type of fishing, but we use like a item called a downrigger, and you clip your fishing line to the downrigger, and then you can put the cannonball that's attached to this downrigger that goes down into the water. You can kind of set it to a depth, and your fishing line that's attached to that has a thing called a flasher. I can show you one right here. This is a flasher.
Wow.
And so what this does is you attach this to the end of your fishing line that goes to your rod. And then on the other side, you've got a leader line and then a fishing lure. And so what this emulates when it's going through the water in this kind of like patterned fashion like this, it's simulating a ball of bait fish. So it's an attractant. So when a fish that's feeding on herring or needlefish or whatever, they will see this big glowing ball, and behind that is the trailing fishing lure that looks like a wounded herring or a wounded needlefish. So it's like, oh, there's an easy target, so it'll go right for that and hit the lure. So yeah, some of the favorites that they have, this is a black herring. So it's got like a beautiful like airbrushed paint finish and clear.
Love it.
Like glow on it. And then the really nice thing that I like about these fishing lures is they have a little ball bearing swivel here. So traditionally, a lot of spoons when you're fishing, this hook can get bound up in the lure if the fish is, aggressively fighting, and it can twist the hook out of its mouth. But the nice thing about this is if you have a hooked salmon on here and it's twirling, like it can twirl all it wants because it's got this ball bearing swivel on it. So it's really high quality gear that they offer. They also make fishing rods. So they have salmon rods, jigging rods. They even have fly fishing 5-weight fly rod, and they have some reels. So yeah, they really great company. And yeah, super excited to be promoting their brand this season. And yeah, being that I've fished for nearly 40 years, I can recognize like good quality stuff.
Yeah.
When I see it. So I was super excited to promote their company. And they were a startup actually during COVID. So in 2020, the owner just saw a need for the market and providing a service. And yeah, he was like airbrushing the little stainless steel blanks of the spoons in his garage, and he still does that actually. And
cool.
So yeah, it's pretty neat company. And yeah, the owner seems like a really nice, down to earth guy. Got to meet him a week or so ago, and he gave me kind of my pro package. So I get to use pretty much all their gear, and
cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Well, you had me at sparkly, shiny lures.
Yeah.
You had me. And now, of course, I want a good fishing rod. So I'm going to probably have to hide mine when you come out to our island, because Darren is going to come out fishing on our island, I'm sure. Aren't you, Darren?
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah. You
heard it here, folks. He's got to do it. He's just got to do it.
So were you using their gear when you caught some of that salmon?
So yeah, the other method of targeting salmon is jigging. So what jigging is you're, basically putting on a small jig. Let me see if I've got one here. One sec.
So while you're doing that, the Williams' Wonderful World has just asked how we came up with the name Wild Home. So my clever son-in-law, Peter, came up with that name when we were going to put our journey out on YouTube. We said to our whole family, put it out on our family fun page on WhatsApp. Hey, what would be a good name? What do you guys think? And he came up with that name. And literally the second I heard it or read it, I went, that's the name. Like,
that's right.
That is the name. And it has been.
So what does home mean, honey?
And home, yes, home means a small island on a lake or a body of water. So it's my wild, which makes sense, home, which is a small island. So it worked out really well. And yeah, thanks for reminding me. I would have just gone on and not even giving you the whole scene. But anyways, Darren, yeah, sorry.
I'm back.
Yeah, you're back.
Yes. This is like a jig. This is a jig that West Coast Fishing Tackle sells on their website. It's a flat fall jig.
This is the 2.4 ounce, I believe it is. So it's the smallest one that they offer. And basically this will just kind of like flutter down in the water. Again, it looks like a wounded bait. And yeah, you just are kind of doing an action like that on your rod. And then your line's attached to this. And
wow.
yeah, the way that I was fishing, last fall, or last summer, I guess you could say, is I just kind of go out and know a couple of local areas where the fish are usually kind of stacking up in different areas where the bait fish usually move through, and that's what I would look for. I'd look for bait. Look at the ocean. You'd see seabirds. Seabirds is usually an indication that there's bait fish around. And then you'd go to that area. And looking at my depth sounder, you could see where the bait were schooling up, and then you would target, different fish at different depths. And then, the setup that I've got, there's actually like a depth counter on the fishing line that I use. So like you can tell how deep you're fishing by the color, of your fishing line. So it changes through different colors. So you can kind of get a pretty decent idea of like how deep you are in comparison to where the fish are. So you can get really specific on where you want your lure to be. So typically I'd like to fish above or just below the bait. And then, I was, pretty successful at that.
I bet. Darren, can you see the comments?
I have.
Now that one's from Ann Dale.
So this one is very true. And listen to Ann, because she knows like a lot. And she says, you need to hook us up with some fishing equipment when you're there, Darren. That's what she said.
I can definitely point you in the right direction. I don't know if I can hook you up with fishing gear, but definitely, I can definitely let you use some of my gear.
Okay, that would be great.
Brother Addison, so nice to see you.
Oh, somebody else has hooked it.
That's Addison. Addison's my own.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's my son.
My brother's from another mother.
That's right. Yeah. So Addison is on his way to London tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's going to see his sister and he's going to spend 2 weeks. So
that's nice.
Safe travels, Addison. Thanks for coming in. And here's Mickey. He hooked me at Shiny Sparkly too.
Yeah.
Oh, really, Mickey? Did he?
Yeah. There's lots of shiny, sparkly things. With West Coast Fishing Tackle.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to get them to maybe do me a lovely My Wild Home rod. That would be so great because I love really.
I'm hoping to have. Actually, Jeff, the owner, has invited me to his shop over in Vancouver to design my own lure.
So
I think you have a beard.
Get to come up with a design and paint it all myself. And
that's the coolest thing ever. Purple's nice. Purple's good. I would buy it.
Yeah, I like purple.
I like purple. Pinky purples with kind of neat oily color. That color. Have you seen my reel ever?
I have. Yeah. I'm not gonna knock it. I've got a purple reel.
You do too?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't discriminate.
Can I ask Darren something?
Simply Off Grid Australia. They finally caught a live, of course. And hi back to Good. Sorry, I didn't want to miss you. Yes.
Darren.
Yes.
Just gonna change gears for a sec because we're running out of time here.
Oh,
tell us about this.
Okay, everyone. This is interesting.
That's a chicken coop I built for my chickens. It's the chicken chalet.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Because I was told it was a goat house.
So, no, that's a chicken. That's my chicken coop.
Okay.
For my ladies and my rooster. That's the goat shed.
Oh, Darren doesn't have just like anything on his property. So his goats, they've got windows to look out.
Yeah, our goats are pretty funny. Like our male goat, he's a wether, so he's fixed. He's a companion to our female, and he'll literally stand up and stick his head at the window, like looking at us, like when we're coming out to like let them out, or when they're like, you know, being cheeky and they want to be let out. Yeah, goats I find are like, they're like puppies, really. They're just mischievous puppies.
Yeah, yeah.
They're a Nigerian dwarf goat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that's a chicken coop. And how does that work, that chicken coop?
So the chicken coop, so that large door that you see on the front, so that's primarily accessible to clean it. So like once a month or whenever I feel it's necessary, we'll clean it out. Which is the way I designed it, being kind of at waist height, so it's ergonomic in terms of being able to clean it out. And then I lined the entire thing on the bottom with a PVC material, so it's completely waterproof on the base. And being that there's like not a lot of friction on that surface of PVC, and I just like got like 4x8 sheets and like just cut them down, and I glued them in with a rubberized adhesive. So yeah, it's totally waterproof, super simple to clean out. And then I just
Is that the inside there, Darren?
Yeah, so that's the inside. So that's kind of a lower roost for the chickens to get into their nesting boxes, which is the smaller box on the side of the chicken coop.
The cleanest
Right here?
chicken coop I've ever seen in my life.
There, where the little roof is, and there's a little drop hatch that you can gain access to get your eggs.
Oh.
So yeah, I'll fill that up with a bit of hay and some wood chips, just for the hens to have a nice spot to lay their eggs.
This is gotta be the most beautiful chicken coop I've ever seen.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, and then then around the back side, there's like a little, yeah, you can see the little stairs, those little tiny stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for my chickens to get in through the door. But usually it's so full of wood chips, like it's right up to that door.
Yeah.
So you don't really see the steps. They're usually like, that's prior to filling it up with wood chips and hay and stuff, just because it's easier to clean when you have that sort of thing in there.
Right.
Yeah, there's like a little piece of wood that kind of leads up. It's kind of like a little ladder, chicken ladder.
That is too cute, Darren. I love it. That is literally the cleanest chicken coop I've ever seen, though. Do you have chickens now?
Yeah, so we have 7 hens and a rooster. And yeah, thankfully we're out of the city. We live on a little acreage, and our neighbors aren't, you know, they're great neighbors. They don't mind us having the rooster. There's actually other neighbors in the neighborhood that have a rooster as well. So they'll get back and forth. Like one rooster will caw, and then the other one will caw, and then yeah, it's pretty funny.
You live on a farm.
Yeah, it's great. So yeah, we've got a nice little enclosure for them, and yeah,
that's a great life, Darren. So the Williamses, they're wondering what you recommend for a fishing rod for a 10-year-old at a family stocked pond.
Yeah, it depends on like if they're into like fly fishing, or if it's just like with a like a bobber and a lure. But you could probably just go down to your local like tackle shop and ask any one of the associates there. I'm sure they'd be able to guide you in the right direction. But just, yeah, anything that's like a light fishing rod. I'm sure we do ship to the United States, West Coast Fishing Tackle. So you can go on their website and get like one of their light fishing rods. There's actually a 5-weight fly fishing package. So you can get like the rod, the reel, and line in a case, I think for like $129 or something, which is like a super good deal. And that would be great for a 10-year-old. And shipping, I don't think would be too much to the States, but when you're comparing the US dollar to polar pesos, as my friend from Nashville would say, virtually free.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, that's a very good point. So back to Jesse, is it your birthday today? Well, because if it is, happy birthday to you. I did not know. That is, yeah, Come on, Darren.
Happy birthday,
dear Jesse.
happy birthday to you.
Okay.
There you go.
Sorry, everyone.
Jesse's got
They're
a,
like,
a man beard too.
You've seen Jesse, Darren, or no?
I don't know if I have.
Oh, Jesse.
Is he a bearded brother?
Such a lovely bearded brother. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Yeah, you'll love him. Hey, Sherry from Destination Fun. Hi. Thanks for coming in. So we're 23 seconds over and we've just started to visit, but our hour is finished. And so Darren, thank you so much for coming and hanging with us. I hope that you come back, and I hope you have lots and lots of stories, huh?
I said, thank you for having me. Yeah.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Oh, right here. We missed that one. Melody's lure would have written on the side here, fishy, fishy. We've got so many comments. I'm missing them. I'm so sorry, everyone. So we have a new episode out today, and the episode is solar power installed. So it's a fun one. And we've got lots more to come, lots more episodes to come. Thank you for your support on Facebook and YouTube, Instagram. Thank you to all of our moderators for being here. You guys are so amazing. We have a big, giant team hug for all of you. And thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks, Darren. Nice seeing you.
Good to see you too. Thanks.